Welcome, friends. I was asked to channel that little toning light language for y'all as I opened this reading. This is the Divine Union reading, and I know that it has been a little while since I've done one of these, and I finally got the call to come back and receive the collective message for all. I haven't tapped into these piles myself, so I'm not quite sure which is which. So let's go ahead and tap in together and feel into it. Spirit, can you please direct me to the pile of unions that are currently in union? Those that are currently in union. Okay, pile number 1 is currently in union. And let's go ahead and go down. Pile number 2 is not in union yet. Thank you. Pile number 2 is not in union yet. So those of you who have been waiting on your union to come in, perhaps you've met, maybe you haven't met in the physical just yet. Definitely have met in the astral, I'm hearing, but this one is for those of you who have not yet come into physical union. And then the third pile here, let's just double check, make sure we didn't get a wild card here. Yes, this is for those that are in separation, and I'm hearing and have fully let go. So if you feel like you're in separation and you haven't fully let go, there may be messages throughout any of these piles, so check in for yourself, see if any of them resonate, and then tap into the ones that do, if so. If not, there are many other channels on YouTube that do Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine union readings, so you may check some of those out. But this pile specifically is for those that are in separation and have fully let go. So fully let go, I'm feeling like completely detached, ready to move on. Call in a new partner, shifts the energy. It is just like done. It's done. What's done is what I'm hearing. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and they're telling me to start with that one today. So I will start with the what's done is done, those that are in separation and have fully let go. Then I'll move on to those that are not yet in physical union, and we will finish today with those that are in physical union. Timestamps will be in the description for all three. Thanks for tuning in. Welcome back. Those of you that are in separation, have fully let go, detached, and are done with waiting, done with feeling like something is going to come together and it's not. These are I'm hearing that the separation was too far gone. So it's, the energy I'm getting for this pile is those of you who your partner may be in some kind of black magic, under some kind of representation that they are not fully themselves, have completely tapped out from wanting to do the work, do not want to ascend, are likely numbing themselves, not wanting to continue to move forward, just done. I'm hearing done. So let's tap in. Part of my voice, I have some things going on with my throat activation that I'm going through right now, so I will try not to clear my throat as much as possible, but let's go ahead and tap into this for you. So this first card is from the Beyond Lemuria deck, and let's see what it has to say. Mount Shasta. Aware Lemuria would be destroyed, its people traveled to other parts of the globe. Mount Shasta was one place they journeyed. There are tales of unusual phenomena and multidimensional beings living inside the mountain. This card is about origins, and the image is the seed crystal this deck is based around. Honor and look more deeply into your ancestry, both your bloodline and your etheric lineage. Do you have an affinity with any star beings? Connecting with them might allow you greater insight into your traits, your strengths, and challenges. The sacred places you feel attracted to may have an intuitive message for you. Okay, so I feel like this is going back to roots. The energy that they're bringing through with this card, right, is those that were doing the work, those that were in the high vibration, those that did not abuse their power and were ready to rise. When the time came and Lemuria was no more because of the abuse of power from the others and those not wanting to rise or refusing to do the work or to raise their consciousness level, there are those that got away and created a whole new life. Now, underneath Mount Shasta, you may or may not have heard of Telos, which is the earth realm that they're referencing. in this card. It's a magical space that these beings came to and basically set up to continue life on Earth, or in Earth realm rather. And they're saying this is your quest. It's your time to continue on, right? There's nothing that you can do. There's nothing that you can change. I feel like those of you that chose are that are in separation and are resonating with this pile, you already know that. You know that what's done is done. There's nothing that can shift it, change it, bring it back. And it's time for you to move on with your life and create what you want. You can still have your utopia. You can still have your new earth, your higher frequency of consciousness for self. And it can happen much quicker now that you've let go of the weight that was holding you down, the part of the union that was not wanting to shift, not wanting to rise, not wanting to change their habits, their ways. Perhaps they have been infiltrated, but it's to the point where they have no direction. So it was time for you to let go. You did the right thing. Okay, and then we have elephant spirit. So learn from the past. This is a big lesson for you all. I feel like a lot of you intuitively may have felt that this was coming sooner than later. And you felt like there were times where you needed to fully let go. And yet maybe they were just so far or so deep in their shadow and their shit that you felt that if you let go, they would faceplant, that they would not be able to rise, that they would lose themselves, that they would hurt themselves. Whether that's energetically, spiritually, whatever, emotionally, whatever it is, you tend to carry them in the past, they're telling me. So this is reminding me of, there have been times where my husband has gone into the shadow and I've had to pull back, y'all. I've pleaded with him, I've cried, I've done whatever I can to get him out of that space. And there comes a point where I finally have to go, you know what? If this is where you want to be, then I love you. I'm happy you came into my life for the time that you did. And I need to let you grow through whatever you're going to grow through. And if you succumb to that shadow, there's absolutely nothing that I can do except pull myself away and take care of self so that I don't fall into that darkness as well. So I've pulled back. I've let him go. I've let him really kind of fend for himself in some situations. I've called in his guides and his, my guides to be there with him in support, but they're only going to be there if he allows them to. So being that I had to disconnect from them, I'm feeling that this is the energy for you to learn from the past, that you should also have at one point disconnected. And I feel like those of you know this. You've known this, that maybe there were a couple times that came up where you were like, you know what, I just need to let go. I need to move on with my life. I can't keep doing this. It's bringing me into the shadow. And for some reason there was, you weren't able to detach from it, or you didn't want to detach from them. And so they're saying now, learn from the past, learn from how you weren't listening to your intuition because of love, right? Because even in love, y'all, even in one of the highest vibrations, we still have to be there for ourselves first. We still need to put that oxygen mask on for self. And I'm hearing that a lot of you who this pile resonates with allowed yourself to slip into that darkness with them, thinking that you would be able to get out. And that the darkness right now, y'all, the darkness that's rising is not just on an individual basis where it may have been, 5-10 years ago, if you awakened early and had time to process through things on your own. We are now experiencing a collective darkness, a rise of darkness all around us through all of humanity. So letting yourself slip into that space is maybe taking you down some spirals. And I feel like if you're listening to this, it's like you're ready to get out. You're ready to move on. You're ready to let go. You've let go. Thank you. They're like, they've already let go. And you're just ready to see what else is out there, what can come for you, how things can shift for you moving forward, and opening up to new opportunities. So let's see what else we have. Practice daily. And that this pose that she's doing is an inversion, which means, inversions help us see things from a different point of view. It helps us see things from a different perspective. So they're saying, practice daily, seeing things from a different point of view, seeing things from a different perspective, zooming out, seeing the big picture, seeing the energy that you're emanating out into the spaces around you, and how that can affect you as it comes back to you through the mirrored images of people, places, things that you come in contact with. And also they're saying it is also a heart opener. And so they're saying practice daily reopening that heart, and getting yourself into a space where you can love again. Even if you feel like you lost the only love that you could ever experience in this realm, it's just not true. There is other opportunities for you to have love and joy and happiness while you are here in Earth realm. So they're just saying open that heart, continue to practice daily to reopen your heart and to see things from a new perspective. Okay, next card we have here is certainty. Embrace the known and mysterious. This is card number 5, which is transformation. It's transformation. It's starting to shift things. And that with that elephant there, elephants, when I see elephants, I think of strength, of, I mean, an elephant is massive. It's not some tiny little thing. They're strong. They're a force. And the good thing about them is they're a gentle force. They're not like this angry, predatory animal. They're very, their energy is very gentle and loving. So it's gently breaking through those barriers that you may have built up since the separation, gently opening back up the heart, calling in perhaps Ganesha to help with the blockages, anything that needs to reopen. And then certainty of what you know. What do you know? You know that you are a spiritual being living in a human body, and that while we are in these human bodies, we are going to experience a myriad of emotions, and there are many different practices to work through those, and many different ways to care for our bodies as the vehicles while we are here. So I feel like this is your guides telling you, tap back into caring for yourself. What does that look like? What does that feel like? How do you care for your body? How do you not let yourself go? How do you support yourself through this separation? Maybe you feel outcasted, or maybe you feel alone in this space, and Spirit's telling me, those of you that have experienced this recently, it's because you needed to go. You were slipping into that shadow as well, and the only one that was going to get you out of that was you. Nobody else can pull you out, right? We can't even pull out the people that we absolutely love the most without losing ourselves. So it's you having to go into that space as well. And now they're saying, embrace what you know, what you've learned, the things that came to you before that worked for you. Maybe it was health and nutrition, maybe it was herbs, maybe it was just supplements or minerals that you're putting into your body that help take care of you. You know how best to take care of self. And I feel like this separation for y'all they're telling me, had made you feel like you just didn't want to go on, and maybe you lost yourself a little bit, and you stopped taking care of yourself, and you stopped doing all the things that were helping your body stay healthy and whole. And this is your call to get back into your self-love, to be there in support of yourself through it all. All right, we have surrender the drama. Surrender the drama. They're showing me this light coming in. It's like this figuring and these like wolf eyes that are coming through. It's like, I feel like this pile may actually like to play in the darkness a little bit. They may have enjoyed going into those dark spaces with their partner, and navigating through those. The problem with that, and I've seen many people play in the darkness, and the issue with that, y'all, is that it can, I mean, it's a very, very thin line that you're playing with there. So surrender the drama, surrender the victim mentality, surrender to what you feel you needed to grow through as a part of this. And look at this light, this divine light coming in, and it's shining on there. And I don't know if y'all see this, but this card is changing colors for me. It's getting brighter, and the face is getting darker right around this area. Even the wolves, like, I don't know, there's something about this card, and my guides just said, look at the colors in these cards. They're like deep browns, gold. It really is a shift through the lower dimensional chakras. I'm hearing earth star chakra, so reconnecting to the earth, reconnecting to the land, allowing yourself to purge whatever needs to still be purged from this, so that you can move on with your life, have a happy, healthy, whole life, and not feel like this is going to, keep you down for the rest of your lifetime. Okay, and then we have the lake. Yes, look at that. She's in the depths. It's like she's gone deep into that darkness and she's sitting there in that space, and there's no one coming to help her. It's all her, all alone in that space. It's like, yes, and there may be people that love you and want to help you and be in support of you and be there for you, and you needed to go through this alone. You needed to grow through this alone so that you could see your strength, so that you could rise out of that darkness and that shadow, and you could fully come back into the light in a whole new energy. Okay, I'm gonna put these out because these 3 came out as well. And let's see what messages they have for these. So a couple of sword cards. This is the Galactic Tarot right now. And we have, I don't know that it's necessary to even say this, but the 9 of Swords, the 8 of Swords, and the 4 of Discs in reverse. So they're showing me here in this card, right back here on like this poster behind her, it says, the truth is out there. So it's like she's in this lonely space and tapped into herself and not really seeing what's around her, not really opening up. Look at right here, it says trust the process. Trust that everything that you've had to grow through with this separation, because of this separation, is actually it's one, what you chose by going into some of those dark spaces, and 2, there is a way out. There is light, there is truth out there, there is movement, and I feel like those of you that chose this pile are now waking up to that. 8 of Swords, it's like feeling like everything was taken away from you, like you've been stripped of it all, you've been locked up, you've been cast aside, I'm hearing, and this is you like coming back into self, re-emerging with yourself. So okay, they said turn this one over. Is this supposed to be in reverse? No. Okay, so the 4 of Discs straight up, and to me this is community. It's coming together with other people that are like-minded, that you can play and have fun and create with. Like they're making this music, they're around this fire, there's so much joy and happiness in their faces. So it's you coming out of this space of the darkest of the dark, because I feel like those of you that had to go through separation, my heart goes out to you, because I know that it is not easy, and I feel like y'all may have liked to play with a little bit of that darkness, but you know, they say you play with fire, you get burned. So I feel like that is what happened, and now you're finally starting to wake up to, you know, the thought that there is more out there, that you can open your heart and see things from a different perspective, that there are other relationships and spaces and places that can come in where you can still feel joy and love and growth and happiness in your life. I'm going to pull one last tarot card for you all to see what it's like coming out of this shadow that you've been in and where you are headed in the next present moment. Okay. Thank you. Okay, yes. It is the balancing out of the masculine and feminine within. Yes, it is that balance of, you know, maybe like this happened because you needed to, they said take out the maybe. This happened because you needed to become your own protector and provider. If you're in the, you know, in the feminine and you needed that masculine, or maybe in the masculine, you needed to become your own nurturer and supporter in the feminine. But what this has done, y'all, it's taken you through this darkness and it's bringing you back to a full balance within self. It's reigniting that fire underneath you and coming into a full balance with the lower chakras. And they're showing me all these like colorful, super colorful orbs out here. So I feel like it's new connections, you know, enjoying life again, getting out, experiencing things, not feeling like you have to seclude yourself or pull back or be in the darkness or sit in the darkness or you know, grow through any of those spaces anymore. It's a fresh start, it's a new beginning, and they're just saying continue to open your heart, continue to surrender, continue to see things from a new perspective. All is well. Alrighty, I'm sending y'all so much love. Until next time, adios. Aloha and welcome back to those of you that are not yet in the physical union. There are things that are working out on higher dimensional planes is what I'm hearing first and foremost. So it's like, yes, you're still apart, I'm going to say, but there's this inner union that's happening between the two of you. And it goes so much deeper than the physical. So allow things to move through. The sun is shining and everything is coming together divinely. Let's go ahead and flip this over and see what it has to say. Harmonic flight. This powerful image represents the divine we see when we look deeply into the eyes of another, and our armor drops when we meet another being present in the moment with no stories, judgments, or insecurities. When we harmonize our energies with another, we can soar to the sky. We can guide each other higher and higher by encouraging all that has been weighing us down to drop away. The bonds you share give you the power to transmute fear. Put time and awareness into resolving karmic connections, or they will continue to play out. There may also be a life-changing connection on the horizon. Yes, y'all, these unions that are coming into physical form, it will be life-changing, right? So they're saying on the horizon, which means you can see it. You can see it. It is tangible. It is closer than you are maybe even expecting it to be. This feels really good energy. It feels like everything is aligning and it's coming in. Let's see what else we have here. Moth spirit, surrender now. Surrender. What have you not surrendered, or what do you need to surrender to create this union? I was just speaking with someone the other day about fully having, the feminine fully surrender to the masculine within and without, and having a masculine who can fully surrender to the feminine within and without. It is a complete balancing out, y'all, and being able to come into union in support of one another to create these new earth families, new earth homes, new earth relationships, to teach people what it's like to love and to be in unity and wholeness with someone. So surrender that. They're showing me, this is interesting, they're showing me this part of the moth, and it's almost like it's crossed over, and it's like there's still something. Okay, they're showing me right over left, thank you. And it's like there's still something that you're blocking yourself out from. So let me see if I'm going to actually pull some tarot cards and see if we can go deeper into what is being blocked that let me just say, that is holding up the connection from coming into physical union. Okay. What is it, Spirit? What do we got? Harnessing your power. The new beginnings, the Ace of Air, right? Harnessing your power. Thank you. They gave me 2 cards. And the Father. Okay, so there is some father attachment still. There is some energetic attachment with the Father. And can you tell me, is this for those listening, or is it for the partners that have not? It's for both. Okay, it's for both. So some energetic attachment with the Father. There needs to be some clearing in that space. I'm just hearing allowing them to be on their journey. Allowing them to be on their journey, whatever that means, allowing them to be on their journey and lovingly letting go. If you want this new beginning is attached to this father wound, y'all. And this is coming through. So I worked with a client this AM about the father wound, and this is what's coming through. They said it's like, when we're young, especially as young girls, if our father is in our lives, we see him as the hero, the protector, the supporter, the one that we can run to, right? And that is the energy, that is the energetic attachment that is still there between you and your father. And this may resonate for either you or your partner, they're telling me, but that energy has shifted, and you have now become the one that your father might turn to for support, whether that's emotional support, actual like physical, financial support, I'm hearing, and spiritual, thank you, and spiritual support. And then there are those who have completely detached, I'm hearing, from the father, but not in a good way. Not like, I forgive you, I love you, I'm letting go. More like, I don't want anything to do with you. It's just a more aggressive type energy. So I feel like those of you that are not yet in union, and this is the first time that they've said this, but this is union with a lover, or union with new earth babies coming in also. So if you are waiting on new earth babies to come in, this is the same energy that they're saying. They're saying there's this attachment to the father that is once they're telling me once this is worked through and this goes away, then this new beginning is coming right in. It's so ready. It's tangible, right? You can reach out and touch it. It's so close. It's on the horizon. But it's that right over left where there's still that like crossing yourself off or blocking yourself off from it, and that's because of this. Okay, let's leave those there for now and see what else came through the oracle. Take the lead. Take the lead. Okay, I feel like this is in your own life. Take the lead. And in regards to the father, like, if we talk about father figure, someone who was supportive in there, it is someone who generally takes the lead. Now, I believe that a lot of fathers were, over the last, couple of centuries, have been very detached from taking that lead in the home, very detached from being able to really not become the workaholic. There's a difference between a provider that is a workaholic and a provider that is there for you emotionally, that is able to really be a father figure without thinking about any monies or financial responsibilities. So they're saying take the lead, and I feel like this is for you to take the lead within, for your masculine to take the lead. So tapping into your masculine and asking your masculine, how do I take this lead? How do I move forward? What do I need to do to take that next step? Connect with your inner masculine to take the lead and to continue, getting to a space where you can come into physical union with your partner or with your babies. Okay, and we have consciousness. Consciousness. Focus your attention. Focus your attention. Okay, so I'm going to leave that there because they're telling me there are some codes that are coming through there. It's a really lovely card and it's encoded with frequencies. So I'm going to leave that there while I continue with the rest. All right, we have surrender, procrastination. Now it's time to jump on a goal instead of putting it off. Take action. Taking action will attract success. So maybe there's something that you've been working on or something that you've been wanting to do and you've been holding off for your partner. Like you're like, once my partner comes in, we're going to get this going and everything's going to be great. And, whatever. It's like you're holding off on it because you want the union to happen first. And they're saying, no, do this. Continue doing what you're going to do. Almost like they're telling me act as if your partner's not coming in or your babies are not coming in. What would you be doing with your life to make it better? What would you be doing to continue to raise your consciousness, to call in the things that you want, to co-create with spirit? And so surrender the holding off until the time is right kind of thing. Okay, we have inner core. Yeah, it's like breaking free from the mind. And this is happening on both levels. They're showing me the two people here. It's like you and your partner. It's surrendering the thought of not being good enough is what I'm hearing. Surrendering the thought of not being good enough. Y'all, if you're feeling something, guaranteed your partner is feeling it as well. So I'm telling you, those of you that are pregnant as well, if you're feeling something, your babies are feeling it also. So be mindful of that. And how do you want to move forward? What do you want to do with your life? Are you do you feel stuck right now? Like things are not moving? Act as if your partner is not coming and move forward. Continue to move forward with your life. And then the partner will catch up to you or the babies will catch up to you. But there needs to be movement and action, which, again, aligns with the father energy. It's like that holding back. This whole reading feels like very masculine energy, like take the lead, be in that energy of getting it done, making things happen. Okay, and then we have 3 tarot cards that wanted to come out from the Galactic Tarot. We have the 5 of Discs, the 5 of Swords, and it came out in reverse, and the Justice card. Okay, I'm gonna put these here. Let's see. I don't want to move that too much because they do want you to still get the codes from that. So let's see if I can do this. Okay, because they don't want me to read this part. They want me to quiet down and allow yourself to receive the messages that want to come through from these cards. So I'm going to quiet down for you now. Thank you all for tuning in. Until next time, adios.